With me today for this vlog. Come here. Oh, you want to sit on my lap, but you're all wet from the snow. We just ran through the snow to get out here, didn't we? You want mommy to hold you? You too? Okay, here, let me see if I can, I can put you up here. Ready? You need some boots. There's Oliver. He's a big boy. He's getting so big. He loves gardening. I haven't been letting him out here with me because it's been a little muddy. We haven't had a lot of snow, and now we finally had snow, and he loves running in it, don't you, baby? Yes, you do. You want to go take a nap? You want to go take a nap in the hay? Yeah, or straw. I always call it hay. There's straw in there. You want to go take a nap? All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. Today on this vlog, I am answering a question that someone submitted to me on my website at brenthaas.com, and it was on my post about the Amaryllis bulbs, which I love growing. I have been growing Amaryllis bulbs for, seems like forever, but I would say safely at least 12 years. Actually, you know what, longer than that. Oh, I'm feeling pretty old right now. The question was about storing the Amaryllis bulbs. I'm going to show you some pictures on here to show you what the questionnaire sent me about some Amaryllis bulbs he had acquired. So apparently somebody he worked with or somebody really, really nice, because I would have loved this. They gave him like 35 of these beautiful bulbs. Well, they're not beautiful yet, they're just bulbs. But apparently they were pretty wet, and I'm not sure how they got wet. So what he did was, I suggested definitely pull them out of whatever they're in that would be absorbing all that liquid. So my suggestion was, well, you need to get those dry, and hopefully they weren't sitting in the water too long where they basically got rotted. And you would be able to tell that because if you took the bulb, I'm looking around to see if I have any left out here. I think all mine are in the house. Basically, if you took the bulb and you kind of squeezed it, you would know if it was too wet. If it's too wet, it needs to go in the compost, because the Amaryllis bulbs do not like to get their feet wet. That's what I like to call it. Well, I can't claim that one. I read it somewhere years ago. But they don't like that. They don't like to be sitting in water. So what you're going to want to do is pull them out of that situation, and you're going to want to get them kind of dried up. So I was hoping this person that wrote me would consider growing them, because he showed me some of the tags that came with the bulbs, and they were amazing. I would have loved those, but it was too cheap this year, and I didn't go buy any. Well, I bought one new one that I saw when I was at Christmas shopping. I was going to gift it, but it was just a bulb, and it was just starting to turn green at Christmas time, so I felt like they would not appreciate it like I do, because I know how beautiful it would turn into, and it did. Here's what it looks like now. It's gorgeous. So I do have one growing that actually bloomed. So back to the question. You want to get that bulb dry, and what the question was about how he could store those. So he had these really neat, they're almost like egg cartons, but they were huge ball holes. I don't know where he got these cartons. It's really nice. I looked on Amazon and I couldn't find anything. Apparently it was some type of shipping, and so you could create probably the same thing with cardboard. Just make sure it does not hold liquid. Sissy's with us too. Hey sis, you can't fit on my lap too. I know we do that in the house, but you can't fit. No, luckily my lap's not that big so much. But okay, back to the bulb. All right, so next thing we're gonna do once we get it out of that condition is you're gonna basically take, you don't have to peel the outer like wrapper off of, it's like a natural peel that is around the bulb itself. That just happens when they're harvest, and that outside coat kind of dries up a little bit, And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's a healthy bag. It actually kind of protects it. But I think this questionnaire actually took some of that off because it was really wet and it kind of freaked him out or something. I don't know. Anyhow, he did take a nice paper towel and wrap the bulbs. It's like it kind of looked like a paper, what was that, Ollie? I don't know. What would you say? Okay. Yeah, it was more like a paper towel. So like the kind you use in a shop. So we kind of wrapped the bulb in it and the tops were still sticking out. So the green did start popping through on that, which is what the bulb is going to do if you put it in the right temperature environment and it's dried off a bit. It's going to start reaching for the sun and will keep growing green. So if you're going to store it, you want them to become dormant. And you can do the same process with the bulbs that you got during Christmas. If someone gifted you an Amaryllis and it's done blooming, you want to just set it in a cool location. You can cut that bulky stem, stem where the flower came out off. You can do that. But you just want that green to kind of go dormant. And once it starts looking a little weepy, quit watering it, but don't let it dry out. You can wrap it up like this. And I like to take mine and I actually put them in a paper bag and I will store them in a cool location in my house, which happens to be my basement. I have an area in my basement where I put my canning goods and things, and it doesn't go below 50, 60 in that space. And when it's about time that you want to start forcing it again to get it to bloom, that's when you're going to bring it out of those conditions. You can check periodically just to make sure that bulb's not getting wet or that it's not getting too dry, because that's another thing. My basement's kind of it's humid, kind of. It's a nice, good environment for something like that. In the dome here, it actually gets too wet for bulbs to store. So that's what it looked like. And number one, if you acquire beautiful bulbs like that, definitely get them growing. At least grow them one season so you can see what the blooms are. And then to get them to bloom again, that's a whole nother video. I've not been super lucky at that. Just a couple of varieties that I have owned, I've been able to get to bloom again. It is a little bit of work, so but it's fun. And I hope that helped. I know I rambled a little, didn't we? Should we show them something pretty while we're in here? Huh? You want to go take a nap, don't you? Yeah. And while Ollie takes a quick little nap, I'm going to show you this. My beautiful agave I've had since about 2007, I believe. And it's loving it in the dome. All right, I'm going to have to wake Ollie from his nap. He fell asleep while I was playing with some plants over here, but... Hey, so thanks for checking out my video today. I hope you will check out my blog website at brenhaas.com, where you can submit questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability from my own personal experience. And until next time, I hope you stay warm and Happy New Year. It's still New Year. It's January.